What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tay, and welcome back to Tay's Thoughts. Today we'll be talking about Survivor Season 48, Episode 8. On this episode, we got our boy Shaheen, still thinking he in a good place. And as I said before, usually when people say that, they're in trouble. But my guy Joe, he's smart. He asked a simple question to see who was aligned with who, and it worked out perfectly when they had their first challenge. Of course, he ended up with Eva, which people already know that's a super team. So we'll see if that affects them in the long run and haven't so far. But usually in other seasons, it usually does. Now we got my girl Eva on this episode. She definitely speaking up for herself. This is the first time that they show her actually speaking out like this. Excuse me. And I like it. She definitely speaking out because of Chrissy. She heard Chrissy talking about her, want her out. She like, nah, we got to get her out. So it's good to see that she is stepping outside of her comfort zone, getting more comfortable with the people and actually speaking up as talking strategy with multiple people. Now, for this immunity challenge, they had to break up in teams, and each round, there was three different stages. Each round, teams would be out. And of course, in the first round, it was two teams that got out, and they had to go on a journey together. It had to be a team that was by themselves, and then the last four people were on the journey and they got a reward, and then only one, of course, could win immunity. Um, the four that went out was it Camilla, Mitch, Shaheen, and Star. They basically worked together to get Star to lose her vote. And that was good on Camilla's part, because her and Mitch wanted to work together to make a big move. But did that happen in this episode? Now, Eva did win individual immunity, so she is safe tonight. And she also does hold an idol as well. So this may be a big thing during the episode because some people might want to get Joe out because they think he's the head of the snake. But now with Eva having immunity and the idol, never know what's going to happen. Now, David, this episode, I won't say he came out his shell, but he definitely made his stance. Yeah, he is very adamant to get Camilla out, as well as Mary is right on board with him. Him and Mary are thick of thieves now. So this episode, there was a lot of back and forth between him and Kyle, of course, because as we know, Kyle and Camilla are number ones. They best friends, but they have been the one to keep it under wraps. Nobody knows, but now, of course, David and Mary are starting to suspect, why he just want to go with the flow, because the flow was getting Chrissy out. So why is Kyle not going with the flow? And Kyle's playing it good. He's just like, no, I'm just saying it'd be easy. I'm gonna get Chrissy out this time and Camilla next time, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah, David not really feeling it. He blowing up. Him and Mary are talking, and he's talking with the strong five, really strong six now, and it's stirring up a lot of attention. Now at Tribal Council, this was it right here. This was the blow up for real. It was a great conversation. And Chrissy honestly had a point. My thing is, if she just would have kept her mouth shut, it might have helped her out more. But honestly, everything she said was right. She said, like, any other season, we would have seen a strong duel. For instance, Joe and Eva, they'd have been out. And this year, we like, oh, kumbaya. And they were like, why can't we do that? In the other year, we would be used as shields. And this year, we said, nah, forget that. The stronger don't stay together. So like everybody knows what's going on. They're talking about it live. Like they're talking about it in front of everybody. And Chrissy is really standing her ground. Like saying, no, I'm just saying, like, y'all can have an alliance, but if everybody else don't want to get steamrolled over, they need to take y'all out basically. So everybody listen, everybody looking, and then comes to find out, Chrissy literally talked herself into getting kicked out. Because it definitely was gonna be Camilla. It was gonna be Camilla going home, but Chrissy, stood her ground and said what she said, which was true. I understand what she's saying because she knows she can't beat them in a challenge. You know what I'm saying? They're coming down to it and something like that. The strong people that's in the strong five are going to stick together and make it to the end. And it was right to say we need to take a shot, but they felt threatened and you got out of there. So, how you guys feeling about this season so far? Who do y'all think is going to be the top three? I see Mary is in it. She was my dark horse. Of course, I said Kyle. But things are getting a little shaky between him and David. So David might be coming after him, but I think David might be out of there next. Depending on who wins immunity, how that goes, because people are seeing him as a hothead now. But if Kyle can make it through, I still think Kyle, Camilla, and Mary is my dark horse. Of course, Joe and Eva, you could say that, but eventually they're gonna have to get broken up. I don't know which one will go home first, but it's a good season. Till next time, y'all.